This is a demo of the alpha version of Writer, a movie script screenplay editor written for HTML5. So we're going to go over adding via the sidebar, adding via shortcuts, adding via the load menu, and saving a file. We'll also go over the printout and go from there. So this is what you're probably going to see when you first look at it in transition. You can edit by pressing insert. You can also move it around by pressing insert and going back and forth. So there are two modes. There's insert, which is the toggle edit mode, and you can edit and say this is a sample transition, or you can start right away and say this is fade in. And then once you're done editing, you press insert or toggle edit mode, and then you can move it around as you see fit. Now, the next thing you're probably wondering is, well, what about the other stuff? So that's all the other stuff is over here, but it doesn't insert it right away. I want to have a drag and drop feature. So I put the drag and drop thing here. So when you drag it and drop it, it goes over to there. So I'm going to make it a character, and I'm going to place a character here, and it comes over there. And then I want dialogue, so I'm going to set dialogue. So I'm going to place it here, and then it fills out in dialogue. Now this is a little bit slow, but it is doable. So you can drag things around, like say you want the character to be up here. Fade in has a big transition, so I'm not going to go above it. But then you can also modify the character name here by pressing insert or the toggle edit move button, and name it Robert, and then name the dialogue hello there from the interwebs. And then say you want to have Robert say something passionately, you would go out of edit mode, find the parenthetical, and then move it in here. So now you have parenthetical, and you press insert, and then name it passionately. Okay. Now this whole up and down thing I might remove because it does get a little annoying. But so now we've discussed that. Now let's go over to printing it out really quick. See that it does print out. Indeed, it prints out the title, and then the dialogue, and the transition, and the parenthetical. And then that prints to a PDF. When you first start out, it probably has some headers and footers. You want to turn those off because they look ugly. And margins, they might have some margins. You can just make it none. Oh, well, that's probably what's been plaguing my front page. It's those margins. So leave them on for default for now. I'll see about fixing them later. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I get fast at this? So I propose that you start out by planning out your dialogue and your character stuff. So say you want some like 5 different dialogue and character pages right here. You would select the last one and come out of edit mode to insert mode, and then go to use your keyboard. So if you notice right here, this changes. I'm hitting Alt 1, 2, 3, 4, and so you see character and dialogue right next to each other. That's 1 and 2. So Alt insert inserts it to the last one past the node, so it past the current selected one. So I'm going to say character, dialogue, character, dialogue, character, dialogue, character, dialogue, and before I know it, the script has written itself. You gotta put some stuff in there, like say Fred says hello, and then Jim says hi, and then you don't need to follow this out, but this is just an example. And then say you don't want the last two, you can come out of edit mode and then delete this one and delete this one, and then you can insert maybe an action. So that would be 3 on the action, set that as the last node, and then insert the action. And then the action, we say Tom laughs. And then say we want to have another transition. So we say transition right here, and we can drag it here, and then it inserts another transition. Now I have a margin here, so that's why it's big, but you know, it prints out okay. So yeah, so insert transition to cut to then you can just maybe put some other things here, like maybe a scene heading or a shot. So a shot goes right here. This is something I might need to work on a little bit. So the reason it's not working is because it's in insert mode, so I can have it automatically when you start dragging, take it out of insert mode and go from there. So insert mode is the peeps are at a shooting range. Okay, so then we of course have more character dialogue, which would be it's adding up edit mode and then back to character, insert dialogue, insert character, insert dialogue, insert character, insert dialogue, insert, and then we can have more character dialogues here. So that's that. There's also other things like page breaks and stuff. Let's go ahead and get into printing it or saving it. Sorry. So you want to save it, you just click save, and it says professional script, blah blah blah. I still need to work on like getting a prompt that asks you to name the thing, but professional script does it okay. So professional script, and then if you want to load that script, you can load it here by choosing the file, professional #1, and then load, and that is the same thing. Let's try deleting everything. So the delete button does work. So delete that, and then try also Control Z works, so you can have the whole thing right back if you wanted to. So and also copy and paste. Let's try that. I think that works. Yeah, copy and paste works. So I'm going to Control C, Control V here, and then Control C, and then select that one, Control V. It selects it and puts it above the current one. So, but we don't need any of that. We want to load the file, and look, it loads just fine. We also want page numbers. If you want page numbers, these are still in experimentation, but in general, you hit place page numbers, and it places the page numbers for you. You hit print, and make sure that they turn up okay. And yeah, so yeah, those turned out okay. Sometimes they were cutting in and to the dialogue and character names, and I think I put a stop to that. And if you want to see something more more formal of what dialogue actually looks like, here's a sample. So this has dialogue, and this has that kind of stuff. Page numbers, let me place the page numbers. It places some between the characters. What you can do is you can just move the page number so it's past the character split. In fact, I think I need to fix the split. So I just currently have it in progress. So this would be, oh, wait, somehow got to insert mode. No. Somehow you can just move these around a little bit. So, and This also has a last one that I don't need. I can delete that one. So now they're manually inserted. You can Control P to print, and your page breaks are all where they need to be with the number at the top, and they're all gloriously put in place. That's something I need to work on, but it's coming along quite nicely. And probably that margins, I just found those margins. It looks like setting those margins really kind of changes it a little bit, so I'm going to need to work on that too. But other than that, it's good to go. Just little manual tweaks here and there, and everything is hunky-dory. So let me go over with the remaining things. So delete section is basically the delete button. Control Z undoes it. Toggle edit mode toggles between edit mode and object mode. Place page numbers, and clear section formatting. Oh, that's a good one. So if you are, say you copy this into an action, it will replace the text and the formatting with it. And I could do later is I could have this automatically strip the formatting, but I didn't want to. So I'm going to clear section formatting, and it clears it. And there's no undo on that, but I'm pretty sure if you do that, you know what you're doing. So anyway, there's that, and there's I have a delete handle that it should be working, but I need to fix that too. But you can just backspace from now. Let's see. That's it. General is general text. If you go over to edit mode and go into regular mode in general, it looks basically like that, and you can edit it as a formatter and say, hey, this is a text comment, parenthetical, dialogue, character name, action, we did those, transition, shot, cast list. Cast list is just another formatting thing. In page break, if you want a page break somewhere, like say you want it right here, you click on the node, and then that's interesting. Oh, I was wondering where it went. Click on the node and then click page break, or actually drag and drop it, and then it breaks and puts in a new page break, and then it automatically numbers for you, so you can keep the numbers in place. So if you put something between 3 and 4, then it will say, oh, 3, 4, 5, and then go from there. So, and then if you delete one, then 3 to 5, you select it, and it will automatically update for you. So yeah, and then you can print it, Control P, and then it does the print. It's a PDF. You can save it. It saves as JSON, and it does also save the page numbers. So if you manually put it in place and you want to save it, you can easily do so. Also the title, it's going to be saved. It will print out okay, but it's going to be saved soon. It's not, I don't think it's currently being saved. So you can say testing 1, 2, 3, written by Robert Fanoff. It's the 12th. I could have it auto update the date, but I think keeping it manual is good, just to make sure everything's up and up. And then that's it. So let me save this as a JSON and save print it out. Yeah, those margins, defaults. There we go. Still need to figure out where that's coming from. Oh, duh. It's coming right there. So let me delete that and Control P, fade in, and then print it out. And then let's see, open it up. Oop. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So yeah, it looks like an actual script. At least I think it does. If you find any problems with it, please leave a comment and like this video or subscribe or do something or whatever. That's about it. Oh yeah, and if you really don't like your script, it does save in the local storage, which means if you refresh the page, it'll stay in place. So if you want to delete something for good, you can load a blank one, or you can go to settings, and then which is right here in the Chrome thing, site settings. You can clear the data, and then that will go back to the transition, which you can edit to fade in and start the whole process again. Yeah, go ahead and save often. That's a good thing to do, so you can load everything right back where you started, and including the dialogue and stuff. Okay, well, that's it. Thanks.